Mrs. Bolton? What are you thinking kicking me out of my room? Me and my son are going to be living in this high-rise condo without you from now on. But this is my house. No, this is me and my son Carlo's house. Honestly, how many times do I have to tell you until you understand? The husband is the pillar of the household, which means that Carlo is the owner of this house, and I am Carlo's mother, meaning that I have the right to decide whether you can live here or not, but you still repeatedly insist that this is your house, acting all arrogant. I hate your face so much it makes me sick. Why did Carlo marry a woman like you in the first place? Mrs. Bolton, you keep calling me you, but I have a name, Erica. A bitch like you doesn't need a name. I hate you from the bottom of my heart. Leave. I understand that you enjoy insulting me, your son's wife, but haven't you noticed how both your husband and your son look at you? I said this is me and Carlo's room, not yours. Besides, I already decided to divorce my husband. And isn't your husband telling you to quit it and just come home already? It's already been 3 months since he barged into our house and just started living here, not to mention that you kicked me out of the room that I'm the owner of. It doesn't matter. You just have to divorce Carlo and we won't have any more problems. What? Divorce? I don't need a man so poor that he can only get a shabby apartment to live in. Once I divorce him, I'll have no choice but to move in with my son, which means that I'll automatically be able to live in this high-rise condo in a room on the 40th floor. That's why you're divorcing him? Who cares about the reason? I'll divorce him if I want to. Anyways, I'm not going to let you return to this house. What do you plan on doing with my stuff? At the present, I only have my phone and wallet in the bag I'm putting them in. Hire a moving company to pick up your stuff for you. I'll let you do that at least. I'm not going to let you come back here no matter what. Is that so? Fine, I understand. If you come, I'll call the police for trespassing. That's exactly what I want to tell you, but alright. Huh? I guess if this means that I no longer have to live with you, then alright, I guess. Hi, Carlos. I know you're currently on a business trip, but this is urgent.
Oh. Hi, Erica.
Is now a good time?
Yep, I'm free right now. What's the matter? You were taking a day off today, right?
Your mother kicked me out of our house.
What?
I went to buy some stuff at the convenience store and she locked me out.
You didn't bring a key with you?
I thought I did, but when I looked at my key holder, only my house key was gone. I think your mother must have stolen it.
Jesus, that woman is going too far.
Hey, Carlo. I understand painfully well now that your mother has wanted to live in a high-rise condo for a long time now, but I feel that recently she's been a lot more fervent about it than usual. She's even saying that she's going to divorce your father so she can live at our house.
What? She said that?
I'm sorry, but I ended up unconsciously muttering under my breath, this family is done for.
It must have been that serious if she made you say that.
I'll send you screenshots of the conversation we had by text after she kicked me out of our condo. I'll let you decide whether to show it to your dad or not.
All right. Got it.
Well, that's the situation. What she's doing seems a bit strange, even for your mother. I think something must have happened to her.
Oh, that reminds me. Dad told me this recently, but apparently the daughter of an old friend of Mom's married an extremely rich capitalist.
By your old friend, do you mean that person your mother sometimes insults and complains about?
Yep, that person. For some reason, Mother sees her as a rival.
Didn't she lose her husband 20 years ago and raised her daughter basically on her own?
Yep, Mother apparently thought that she was better than her as a woman because she had a husband that her friend didn't. But her daughter married a capitalist, and a filthy rich one at that. And apparently the newly married couple proposed themselves that she'd live with them on the 30th floor of a high-rise condo.
Oh, and we live on the 40th floor, so it's 2 floors higher.
Yep, that's it. I don't think it matters since we live in different buildings, but apparently Mother doesn't think that way.
I see. I think I now understand what your mother's thinking, but I won't just let her take over our house because of something that stupid.
Agreed. Anyways, we have to do something about you being kicked out. Why didn't you contact the landowners?
Yeah, I considered about that too, but given the timing, I thought that it would be better if we set into motion that plan we were talking about.
Huh? Oh, that plan. I was thinking of letting you decide when we do it, but given the situation, are you sure it's all right?
It is a bit inconvenient, but the preparation is almost complete, so there shouldn't be a problem. Now I just need the cooperation of you and your father.
Got it. I'll contact Dad about it.
Thanks. I'm counting on you.
On the other hand, though, what are you going to do tonight?
I'm going to stay in the business hotel near the station. I intend on going as soon as I can check in.
Alright, got it. I'm so sorry about my mother. I'm going to support what you're trying to do as much as I can.
Yep, I'm counting on you.
Oh, looks like I need to get back to work soon.
Thanks. I know you're busy. Take care.
Yep, don't push yourself too hard.
The moving company you hired came. Yep, it's just as they told me. All they have to do is take all the stuff in my room, so you don't need to do anything. Yeah, I don't care, as long as you leave. By the way, I heard you sent your husband the divorce papers? Yep. I mean, why would I live with him when my son lives in a high-rise condo like this? I don't need a husband that lives in a shack of an apartment anymore. I got a text from him earlier saying that he turned in the divorce papers as well, so now me and Carlo can live together, just the two of us as a family. Carlo says he's going to talk to the people at the moving company, so I'll go and watch a movie or something. In my opinion, it would be best for you not to get too ahead of yourself, though. Erica! Is something the matter? What's the meaning of this? Why? I understand that your stuff is gone, but where is Carlo's stuff? Why did everything except my stuff disappear? I'm going to need you to take your stuff out of the room soon as well. Oh, what? Why? But me and Carlo are supposed to live in this high-rise condo together from now on. We decided to give up that room for rent. Huh? What do you mean? I thought I explained this to you before, both when I got married to Carlo and when you suddenly started living with us. The room at the high-rise condo is something I inherited from my late father. Huh? Me, the owner, am no longer going to live there. So instead of just making it an empty room, I decided to give it up for rent to earn some revenue. Hold on, wait. Your father had a large enough income to buy a room at a high-rise condo like this? Yes, he was. He ran a company. You mean he was a CEO? Also, I inherited his money, and your son Carlo is an employee there. What? Carlo's an employee at the company you own. Yep, he's the head of the marketing department. Are you lying? No, I'm not. Then, does that mean that I threw away my new life at a high-rise condo by my own doing? Yep, that's what it means. What did you say? If that's the case, Erica, it's fine if you continue living here. I told you I was giving it up for rent. Let's forget anything happened and continue living together just like before. Speaking of which, if you're a CEO, then that must mean that Carlos struck a fortune with you. You should have told me about it sooner. How was I supposed to know? Let's get along from now on, right, Erica? Please, pack your stuff and leave in 3 days. Huh? Decide for yourself where you're going to move to. But that's going to be a problem for me. My parents' house no longer exists. I can't go home to my husband's house anymore either, since I already sent him the divorce papers. What do you want me to do? Well then, goodbye. Where are you telling me I should go? Erica! Carlo? Hey! At least you're still my ally, right?
Mother,
Carlo, I'm so glad you replied.
I'm going to be taking on Erica's last name, and I'm going to be living with Erica and her mother from now on.
What?
Goodbye.
Carlo, hold on. Carlo? Help your mother, please! I have nowhere left to go! Her one-sided rivalry with an old friend and her bullying of me. My mother-in-law divorced her husband based on a whim and kicked me out of the room I owned at a high-rise condo because she didn't know I was the owner. She thought she had saved her pride and was headed to victory, but in actuality, she was heading in the opposite direction. She must have never thought, even in her dreams, that she was diving headfirst into the worst possible direction. She was able to receive some property during the property division with her husband after divorce, but it seems that because of her rivalry with this old friend of hers, she was a careless spender of money. So, she spent almost all of her money on her new apartment. In this way, she lost everything, and the difference between her and our friend was almost that of heaven and hell. My mother-in-law had no skills to speak of, so now she lives a life of extreme poverty, juggling multiple low-paying jobs at once. I pity her, but I have no intention of helping her.
Hey, Mr. Gibbard. Are you available for a few minutes? I just have a few things I want to ask you about the files you gave me earlier.
Ugh, seriously? Can it wait until tomorrow?
Didn't you say I had to submit everything by tomorrow?
No. The general rule of thumb in the corporate world is to say things are due earlier than they really are, especially when assigning something to subordinates.
Oh, really? So that means I don't actually have to submit everything tomorrow?
No, that's not what it means. Submit it tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'll have to put in overtime to finish writing everything. But I've been doing overtime a lot lately, and I was hoping to go home early for a change tonight.
Jen, listen up. Your job ends when it ends, not when you decide you want to go home. If you're satisfied with the progress you've made and think it's ready to be submitted to our client, then you can leave. If not, then unfortunately that means you need to stay until it's done. Your name's gonna be stamped on it, not mine.
I understand. In that case, I'll stay in the office until I finish.
Understand that I gave you this assignment because I'm an expert on assessing my subordinates' abilities and decided you'd be the best to do this. That's my job. Your job is to get everything ready for the client by tomorrow. Have I made myself clear?
Yes, you have. Well, in that case, I'd like to talk to you about the files now, if that's okay. I'd prefer not to discuss the client's information over text messages. By any chance, are you still in the office? If not, I wouldn't mind talking over the phone.
I'm in the car listening to a podcast right now, so I'd rather not talk right now. I'll call you once I park.
You're in your car right now? Does that mean you've gone home already?
Yeah, I have. Is there a problem with that?
No, it's not a problem. It's just... You said you chose me to work on this assignment, but really you're the one who's responsible for it, right? I get the feeling that you passed this off to me because you couldn't be bothered with it.
Do you have any idea how busy I am? I'll be working at home as soon as I get back. And if I have some dim-witted employee like you asking me a million questions, I'll never be able to finish everything I have to do. Who do you think you are? How dare you try and make it seem like I'm slacking off?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to come off that way.
If anyone's wasting time, it's you. If you really want to go home that badly, put your phone down and get to work.
You're right. I will. I'm really sorry, but there's one last thing.
Wow. Does it ever end with you? I really need to talk to the higher-ups about having people put their personal phones in a locker during working hours. I'm getting a headache from reading all these pointless text messages.
I'm really sorry. I wanted to talk again about my resignation.
Oh?
Have you heard anything from Mr. Andrews? It's been about a week, but I still haven't heard anything from him. It's a little strange.
Nope. Haven't heard a thing.
I see. Next time I see him, I'll ask him directly about it. Maybe I'll ask to set up a meeting.
I think it's better if you don't do that. Need I remind you, Mr. Andrews is a very busy man. He's running this whole company, after all. He probably just hasn't had time to address small issues like your resignation. You'll just come off as needy and annoying. He'll get to it eventually.
You think? I feel like not moving forward as soon as possible would cause problems for other employees. I don't want to get assigned to something only to have to leave halfway through and make someone else have to finish it for me.
If you're worried about causing trouble, then don't quit in the first place. Do you have even a single brain cell in your head?
No, I'm leaving the company. I've already decided that. I thought I made that clear in our discussion when I let you know.
If I'm being honest, I don't think you provided a valid reason. How about you rethink everything before you hear from Mr. Andrews?
Excuse me?
I mean, come on. You were being a baby. You're stressed, so you're getting sick, and your time of the month is late sometimes? Come on. I don't think those excuses are good enough. Show me anyone who doesn't feel stressed from their job.
Those are perfectly valid reasons. Both I and my family feel they are.
Huh. Kids these days just don't know what hard work really is. My wife raises our kids and does everything around the house, even if she doesn't feel well, and I've never heard her complain once about it. If her stomach is upset, I'm nice enough to lay out a plastic bag she can put in her pocket if she doesn't think she'll make it to the toilet in time. You should take a page out of her book and toughen up. There's no place in this world for weaklings.
Excuse me?
Let me give you her number. I'm sure she'd be happy to teach you a few things. Like how to fight through your own selfish desires to finish the task that's in front of you. In fact, I'll text her now and let her know you want advice from her.
No, thank you. While I appreciate the offer, I guess I'm going to have to decline.
As your boss, I'm ordering you to learn from her. It'll boost your work productivity. Text her before it gets too late. Got it?
Fine. Okay.
What do you want? I'm taking lunch right now. If you have yet another pointless question, just save it for later.
It's about my resignation. I just happened to run into Mr. Andrews. When I asked him if he's read my letter of resignation, he said he had no idea what I was talking about. What's going on?
I have no idea. How could he have read it?
Huh? Because I gave it to you, explaining to you I was leaving the company and asked you to pass it along to him. We even texted about it the other day.
Yeah, you did. But did I ever say that I'd give it to him? I don't remember ever saying I would. Go back and read those texts and see if I ever said I'd give it to him.
Are you serious? Is that something you even need to say?
If I didn't say it, why would you assume I would? Don't jump to conclusions.
This is ridiculous. I handed it to you, told you to give it to him, and you said, I understand. What more needed to be said?
Prove it.
Huh?
Like I said, prove it. Prove that I said that.
Why do I need proof?
Because you're accusing me of something. If you're going to accuse me of not giving it to Mr. Andrews, prove that I ever said I would in the first place. Something's not right with you. I think you might be hearing things. Do you have voices in your head or something? Maybe you should take the day off and go to a psychiatric hospital.
Excuse me? How could you possibly treat me like I'm the one who did anything wrong?
Because you have. And if you have no feelings of remorse for accusing me of lying, then I'll have no choice but to report this incident to Mr. Andrews. We can't have someone with questionable mental health at this company. It's a major liability.
Oh, cut that out right now. If anyone is mentally unstable, it's you.
Ha! Yeah, right. You know what? I think he does need to know about this. What does it matter to you? You said you want to quit anyway, right? I'm gonna assume you'll be taking off all your projects and they'll be given to other employees. Guess you can't avoid causing trouble after all. Ha! Heyo! Too busy to pick up my call? What are you doing right now, Jen?
Working overtime?
Haha! Again? You must really like staying late. Have you ever finished anything within normal working hours?
I would've, but you threw something on my desk last minute as you were walking out the door to go home.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. Actually, just forget about that for now. We're all meeting up at O'Reilly's pub. Come down for some drinks. George and Alan are coming too. It's a real sausage party right now. We need a woman to balance out the vibe.
I'm not going to drop this to come out. We need these reports first thing tomorrow morning in the meeting.
Finish it when you get back. Why don't you come down and take a break? You can pick up where you left off later. Taking breaks is important. I'll buy you a drink.
I'm not going to take work home with me if I don't have to. Sorry, but maybe next time.
Wow. You're such a wet blanket. Anyone else would drop everything to come hang out with their boss. You're not still mad, are you?
About what?
You know, for telling everyone at the office you're not mentally stable. Not like it's my fault or anything. You're the one who accused me of lying. Don't take it out on me.
Take it out on you? You told people I belonged in the loony bin because I was upset you didn't pass off my resignation like I asked you to. So, yeah, I'm still a little upset about that.
Didn't mean to cause offense. Maybe you should take a good long look in the mirror and see who's really to blame here.
Yeah, I'll do that. Anyway, I'm busy right now.
Huh, fine, be that way. And to think I was considering throwing you a going away party. I mean, it wouldn't have been a very big one. I don't think anyone would have come. Oh well, I guess I won't bother. I heard you gave your letter of resignation straight to Mr. Andrews. What an idiot you are. You have no common sense, do you?
What other choice do I have? You obviously wouldn't give it to him for whatever insane reason, so I had to do it myself.
I thought we were done with this whole thing. Whatever. Honestly, I probably should have if it meant you leaving sooner. I feel bad for your new job for getting tricked into hiring you. It won't be long before they realize, too, how incapable you are.
I'm not sure you have any right to call other people incapable. Like I said, I'm busy. Is there anything else you need to insult me about?
Fine. Get back to work. Try your best not to cause any trouble for these last 2 weeks. Especially to me. Jen, I want to thank you for all your hard work. I know there were times this job was a lot, but you really held your own. I hope you take everything you've learned and what I taught you to your next job.
Thank you. It was tough, but I got through it.
Oh, wow. I didn't expect to get a response from you.
Huh?
To be honest, I thought after everything that's happened between us, you'd never talk to me again.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, there's been a lot of unnecessary drama. But I figured I should have the decency to say goodbye.
That's right. Glad we can end on good terms. Anyway, remember that bar I told you about the other day? O'Reilly's. What do you say we go? We can have a proper going away party.
Sorry, I've already gone home. It's a bit too far from where I live.
Ha ha ha! Still a wet blanket until the end, huh? Fine. I guess I'll just get straight to the point.
Go ahead.
I have a really big favor to ask you. I want to spend just one night with you.
Sure.
What? Really? You agree? Are you sure?
Yeah, no problem. I guess we'll never see each other again, so what's the harm?
Wow. I'm the happiest guy on earth. Actually, I've always had a thing for you. That's why I always wanted to work closely to you. It's also why I never handed in your letter of resignation.
Oh, that's the reason?
Sorry about all of that. But are you 100% sure you're okay with this?
Yep. When do you want to do it?
When are you free?
How about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Wow, so soon, huh? I'll clear my whole day. How about around 7? I'll make a reservation at a hotel. I'll be waiting for you.
Great.
Jen, where are you? I've been waiting here for an hour.
I'm sitting on my couch eating chips.
What? You said we would spend the night together.
I don't remember saying that.
What?
Did I specifically say I am going to spend the night with you? I don't believe I did. Go ahead and look back at our texts.
You didn't need to say it. You implied it. Is this your immature way to get back at me? Just because you quit doesn't mean you can do childish stuff like this. Don't think I'm going to let you get away with this.
I didn't quit.
Huh?
Plus, I'm not doing anything to get back at you. I'm on my way over there right now.
Oh, that's great news. Looking forward to seeing you.
I'm almost there.
What's going on? What did you do? I heard a knock on the door, and when I looked through the peephole, I saw Mr. Andrews standing there.
That's right! He knows that you tried to get me to come there.
What? Why would he know that?
He didn't believe me at first. Thanks to a certain someone who spread salacious rumors about me. You texted me right as I was saying my goodbyes to him yesterday. The timing couldn't have been better. He was white as a ghost when I showed him your texts.
Are you serious?
Yep. Then we talked all about the reason why I decided to leave the company. For example, all the unacceptable language you've used towards me. All the work you pushed onto me when really you were the one that was supposed to be doing it. Once he heard all of that, he said, "I can't let you leave under these conditions. I'll take care of this myself. Please, hold tight and let me sort this out. In the meantime, please reconsider leaving," he said.
I'm so sorry. I'll get on my hands and knees and apologize for everything I did to you. But you gotta get Mr. Andrews out of here. Tell him this was all a big misunderstanding.
Why would I do that?
What do you mean? I'm gonna get fired if he sees me here. Please, I have a wife and kid.
Oh, speaking of your wife, ever since you gave me her number, we've been texting each other so much. We're really close now.
You're...
Yep. She told me all about how you scream at her until all the work around the house is done perfectly. She said she's been waiting for years for a good excuse to divorce you. Well, I granted her wish. I took screenshots of our conversation yesterday and sent them to her.
What?
Man, you're in a tough spot, aren't you? You're about to lose your job, and yet I bet you're about to get slammed with alimony payments.
This is all your fault. I'm going to get my revenge on you.
Can't you take responsibility for anything you do? You pass your work to me, and now you're passing off the blame to me. I don't think you're capable of doing anything yourself.
Pick up the phone!
Don't waste your time trying to call me. Just worry about opening that door and facing the music. Mr. Andrews is waiting for you. After a few minutes, Mr. Gibbard finally opened up the door. Mr. Andrews verbally ripped him apart. He fired Mr. Gibbard on the spot. He went home with his tail between his legs, only to get slapped with divorce papers from his wife as soon as he walked through the door. His wife immediately left home with their daughter to go stay with her parents. He lost everything in a matter of minutes. If it were anyone else, I'd feel bad for him. But thinking back to how horribly he treated me, I don't feel one shred of regret for what I did. Mr. Andrews personally apologized for what happened. He said he felt responsible for all of this happening right under his nose. He persuaded me not to resign for the time being. I agreed, working for a little while longer, but eventually wanted to move on to something new. After everything I've been through, I feel like I can take on anything that comes my way.